Hi, my name's Ruth. I'm from Piano Picnic, where you can learn to play piano bite by bite. Today we're going to be looking at some practice tips. You need to schedule out about 3 blocks of half an hour to an hour to do some solid practice, and then I recommend probably another 4th practice session, but maybe just leave that one for when you feel like it. That way you're regimented, but also you are just, going with the flow. If you're not blocking out that time, then you're just going through the week just hoping that you'll find time for 3 or 4 practice sessions, it's just not going to happen. There's always going to be usually funner things that you can think of in the moment than playing the piano. If you don't have time for hour-long slots during the week, maybe you could do what we call micro sessions. I know, catchy name, but this means that you're doing maybe several sessions during the day of 10 to 15 minutes. Most people say warm up, like doing scales and things like that. I don't think that's a warm up. I think warm up is actually stretching, getting your limbs going like you do before you exercise. Look to my other videos where I will show you some wrist and some finger exercises. Some people say the thing that is hardest you should do first because your mind is fresh and therefore you have more energy for it. I completely disagree. The first thing you should do in your practice is something that is fun, to get you feeling good about piano and reminding you of why you like it. So I would suggest that you play a song that you already know first thing you do in your practice, then tackle the hard bit. So if you make a mistake, just play on through it. Maybe make a mental note of where that mistake was so you can come back to it later and work on it. But I think it's important to just play through the song so that you feel like you're getting somewhere and you're exploring new territory. When you have played through it and you go back and you're working on each mistake and trying to make it better, try again, practice a bit more. Don't put pressure on yourself though to get everything perfect today. I think when you try and force perfection when you're making a mistake, it kind of crushes your soul. Don't just play the notes. Get into the expression. Express yourself. Express what you're feeling. Or if you have no feelings today, think about the song and think maybe, what is this song trying to say? What's it trying to express? And bring that out in your playing. How we make expressions with our playing is usually with our touch. So we can touch it heavily, we can touch it lightly. And it's everything that in between, that entire range, is basically what comes across as expression in music. Don't play boring songs. There's no time. If, when you read a book and you get halfway through and you just realize you're not enjoying it, but you kind of just struggle through and it takes you about 3 or 4 times longer than it should do, and in the meantime you're missing out on all the other great books that you might love. It's the same with playing piano pieces. So if you're not enjoying it, just move on. Sometimes you do have to do the boring stuff like playing scales, but you can always make those more interesting by adding that expression to your scales as well. So changing the dynamics and also changing your speed, make up cool rhythms. Set yourself a goal. Okay, in the next 3 weeks I'm going to learn this piano piece, or I'm going to learn this concept, or I'm going to finish these lessons. Then once I finish it, I'm going to reward myself with this really cool piano app. Bonus points if the reward is music or piano related, because it will actually help you in your inspiration. If you have a bigger goal, break it down into smaller parts that you know that you can tick off each week so that you know you're on the right track. I can't sit at a piano for 4 or 5 hours a week and just work and work and work. You need to be fueling yourself with inspiration and cool piano music. Go to a concert and just get those creative juices flowing, because nobody likes to bang their head against a wall or a piano lid at all, really.